Hi guys. So I am here with baby Natalie, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but she's actually had a little bit of a transformation. I'm going to remove her passy. Um, so basically, after I opened her box, or sorry, opened her out of her box, I was not a fan of the body that she came with, so I decided to switch it out. Now, what you guys don't know, because you just saw the box opening for her yesterday, is the box opening really happened like 5 days before that. and I, kind of had some videos of Maggie, happening for a few days, and then I did my kit opening and things like that. So there was actually a bit of a delay before showing you her actual box opening. But I've actually had her lying around after that box opening because what happened was I took her out. I didn't like the body, so I decided to go ahead and switch her out for a different body. And guys, I have bought so many Bountiful baby kits and their corresponding bodies over the past few months that I was like, sure, I must have something suitable for her in stock. So I actually went on the Bountiful Baby website, and I took note that she has 3/4 arms, and her arms are not long enough to be full arms, so those have to be 3/4 arms. And she actually has 3/4 legs, but her legs are long enough that I felt she could probably swing a full leg body. So that's what I was looking for. And there were a couple choices, kind of two or three choices that I thought might work for her. Then I went and dug through my box I have of all the bodies and literally kind of found a couple of them, but then kind of brought them in and then held it up to her, and it just wasn't right. And the impatient part of me was like, well, let me go ahead and just assemble it. I really am like anxious to cuddle this sweet little girl. Um, and maybe I'll just settle for a body that is, not like the ideal body. But then I thought better of it. I said, you know what? No, this is a really special baby, and I really want her to have the perfect body for her. So, and I know some of you guys who are also collectors like understand just how critical a difference the correct body makes. So I wanted to show you guys. So anyway, what ended up happening was I went on Bountiful Baby's website and I actually ordered two bodies that were very similar to each other. I think one might have been an inch shorter, or the other body I got was designed for a slightly skinnier baby. So this one was one that they said was for Case, Kase, and is a 20-inch body, and for like chubbier babies. um, and the Lotus sculpt actually has a fairly good size head, and so I thought that that would actually suit her. Her limbs are chubby, and I just thought, I think that'll work for her. So, and I just couldn't be happier. The body arrived today. I didn't shoot the video to actually assemble the body, but or to kind of put her together. But I'm just couldn't be happier. But anyway, the one thing that's a bummer is I'm just like noticing this now, but her old body, Melissa George actually did sign the bottom, so I feel so bad. I wish I had known that I would prefer a different body, but it's it's kind of like a jointed, yeah, it's a jointed leg and jointed arm body. So what that means is there are these little discs and they turn in the joints, and I didn't mind the arms so much, but the jointed legs are always a little funky, and it definitely seemed kind of a little funky for this gal. So the body I got for her ended up being maybe slightly, I think lengthwise was okay, but it was just a little skinny for her, and then the jointed legs, I wasn't as big a fan of. But so anyway, I'm really glad I switched it out. Melissa, if I ever get to meet you in person, I will bring her and you can sign her butt. So, because I definitely want everyone to know that Melissa did her painting and she did an awesome job. She's very beautiful. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put her arms up, and I'm gonna get her dressed. You guys, this is the first time I've gotten her dressed with her new body, so I'm really excited. And just like I had for Maggie, these diapers actually came in a 2-pack, the little Joeys. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a cloth diaper. All right. Oh, you guys, before I do that, I just realized I should show you her back and her bottom. All right, okay, her head is weighted forward, so let me just make sure you guys can still see her. Okay, good. Here is her little bottom. And I really like this body because some of the Bountiful Baby bodies have this sort of ruching. So it's not just like one big round body, which I also have painted babies with the round body. But I really like this like ruching because it really kind of makes it look more like a butt. So here you go. So anyway, I would definitely, if you are like looking to get a new body for a reborn you have or a kit you're painting, the ruched bodies are really nice, and I think they have those for all the realborns, all the bodies that are recommended for the realborns. So it's just something to think about. I think I have this on backwards. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get her dressed. And, it's so interesting, like, 'cause after getting my, my silicone, like amazing dream silicone baby Maggie, I was really, really afraid that she would overshadow Natalie by a lot. But I love this little girl. She's so cute. And she's special because she's nostalgic, because this was really the very first kit that I kind of fell in love with when I was searching for reborns for the first time. And I wish I kept the very first baby that I bought. Actually, kind of wish I'd kept a couple of them. I wish I hadn't been so hasty to get rid of them. So it makes me really hesitant to sell babies in the future. Like, for example, last night I was actually catching up with those of you guys who, I don't know if any of you guys also watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette, but I had fallen way behind on watching that show. Oh, by the way, I'm putting her in one of the Absorba sleepers I got from Amazon. It's a part of me here while I battle with the... And this is a 0 to 3 size, just to let you guys know. So I'd like fallen way behind on The Bachelor and Bachelorette, so I was like just sitting on the couch and relaxing, and had a really long day at work, and decided to just cuddle with one of my reborns, and for some reason, I was just in the mood to cuddle with Evelyn, and she's the Evelyn by Cassie Brace, and she's a bigger baby. She's a 6-month size baby, and she's a big girl, but I changed her into a sleeper, and yes, I do sometimes play with my babies off camera, so I do sometimes do that. Like, I'll just change them if I feel like it, and don't necessarily feel like shooting a video. So, and at one point, I realized I hadn't been giving her very much attention, and I thought, maybe I should sell Evelyn, but just last night I'm like really glad I didn't, because she's also my only 6-month size girl. So if there's like a cute outfit, maybe on clearance, and it's only available in 6 months, it'd be nice to have the option to get it for her. So, but yeah, the bigger babies are super fun to dress, and she was pretty cuddly too when I was holding her last night too. So, yeah, wow, this is a cute sleeper. It has just little flowers on it. But yeah, it's kind of this peachy skin tone. Yeah, I think this fits her pretty well. I think she could, I'm wondering if she could do newborn size. No, I think the 0 to 3 suits her really well. So, and those of you guys, yeah, see, so here she is. One weird thing about the 3/4 legs is, now that I have her on a full leg body, she's the sitting is not like as easy as if she were on a jointed leg body, but I also felt like the jointed leg body was just like a little too flexible. Let me make sure you guys can still see her. So her These cute little pigtails are magnetic, so you can remove them. So I'll take them off, and let me actually take the camera off of the stand and shoot some of her details so you guys can see. Okay. All right, so here she is. Yeah, and I don't know what it is about like her expression. She's just really, she's pensive. Like she's not, yeah, like she has a very sweet face, and I really like how, so Melissa and I had talked about, you know, I wanted a more sparse kind of newborn look, because one of the things that bugged me about the two Lotuses that I owned previously were just, the hair was just wacky. I think that, you know, a lot of people feel that for Asian babies, they need to give them a ton of hair. And I actually really like that look on some babies, like Tula by, who is the Kai by Ping Lao. Yvonne's baby from My Little Tulip that she, I think, sold recently, and I don't know who the new mommy is. Oh, Shannon, if you find out who the new mommy is, please let me know, and encourage her to shoot some videos, because I miss that cutie. I'd love to see some videos of her. But yeah, Tula has like a ton of hair. It's like adorable. But for this sculpt, I just wanted her with like a more sparse newborn look. So that's what we did. That's what she did. And you can see here the side of the hair, the top, side. Let me see if I can swing her around so you guys can see the back. Hang on a second. Okay. And there, yeah, there is the back of the hair as well. So yeah, it looks really great. And I weighted her kind of heavy. And I'm going to put her pigtails back on because they are just so cute. Yeah, so like, and I would just say, like, guys, because Melissa has a couple more babies that she's gonna paint for me. So I have 2 more customs like in the queue for her to work on, and I know she has a lot of prototypes she's doing as well, so she's pretty busy at the moment. For those of you guys who might have reached out to her recently to inquire about customs, but yeah, I just kind of communicated to her that, like, hey, you know what, for any future babies, I'm not, maybe let's try to avoid the jointed like bodies if possible. And I also noticed that she had sort of this harder kind of weight inside the babies, and then kind of had the polyfill around it. And I think it's to give the babies structure. It makes it easier for them to sit up and things like that. But I like my babies more floppy, so I also just sort of shared with her that, I would love to have more of like a glass bead sack, or something a little bit more squishy and floppy, inside the body. And at first I was like, I don't want to hurt, I don't want to risk like hurting her feelings or hurting anyone's feelings by expressing my preferences. But then I thought, she's an artist that, I obviously admire and respect greatly, and I love her work. And if it were me and I was working with a customer, like I would prefer to know what their preferences were, especially if they were going to purchase multiple babies from me. So I ultimately decided to go ahead and email her and just to say, hey, first of all, I absolutely love the baby, and to let her know how much I adore this little one, but just to express that preference. And she was totally wonderful about it. And she just said, oh, thanks for letting me know, and I will definitely take note of that for the future. And, I'm glad she arrived, and I'm glad you like her, and, stuff like that. So she was very sweet, and Melissa's just a sweet person. So she was really sweet in just how she responded. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to, kind of share that with you guys, just to encourage you, if you are working with an artist on custom, don't be afraid to, share what you're looking for, because if you don't share, then, or don't share preferences on things like type of body or, painting style or whatnot, then it's hard. They can't read, artists, can't read your mind. So, you up your chances of getting a baby that you're going to be like 100% happy with. So, Anyway, I'm standing up here to just zoom out a bit so you can see her. Yeah, and just, getting excited again about like the Rose Doll show that's happening next year. And I keep checking to see if the hotel discount code has been opened yet, and they're still negotiating the rate, so we can't book the hotel yet at the discounted rate. Um, so, but yeah, I am excited about that. And, it's interesting because I know that I've heard that I've heard that a lot of the booths are going really quickly, and that, there's some artists that have already kind of signed up to do classes. So I am thinking that I'm going to try to take Susan Gibbs' silicone painting class, just because, you know, not that I've mastered everything there is to master about painting reborns, like not in the slightest, but just because I think it would be really awesome to know how to paint silicone. So if there is like a blank silicone kit I fall in love with in the future, I have the ability to paint that kit. I think that would be really awesome. Um, but and also because I am using air dry, and since I already took Cher's air dry painting class, that would be my other option. If she offers like a different class, I think she was thinking about doing a 1 day air dry painting class, and then doing this for the second day, like an ethnic air dry painting class, or something like that, something different. I might be interested in taking that class too, or maybe taking a rooting class, because I really don't know how to root well. So that's an area of learning for me also. So so definitely the feeling of like so many classes, so little time. And last night a bunch of us were chatting. Jen Len from Creative Newborns had a live chat. So we were chatting about, how much like she would love to go to the Rose Doll show, but just financially it feels like very difficult. But if she were to go, she would love to teach a hair painting class. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, that would be amazing too, because Jen uses air dry paints. And I think the other hair painting class taught by Yvonne Nather uses Genesis. So anyway, I'm so sorry this video is like literally all over the place with all these topics, but since I haven't actually done a video in a few days, I had the ones you were watching were probably done like a couple days ago. I had a lot on my mind, so just wanted to share. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for welcoming sweet little Natalie. And she is my only Asian baby I have in my Reborn collection. All my other Asian babies are silicones, and my daughter was so cute. She saw her and she said, "Hey, she looks like me. She looks like Zara." And I was thinking, I don't think she looks like Emery May, but I think her expression, being a little bit more serious, I guess I could see how my daughter would see that. So anyway, let me show you guys some of her details. Sorry, I should have done this when she was not dressed yet, but anyway, I'll just show you like her little hands. But yeah, I really love the hair and how Melissa does this hair. It's very different from Clara's, but what's similar is it is also like really, here, let me see if I can zoom in. It's pretty fixed in place, so it's hard to mess it up, which is nice because I'm not very skilled at maintaining hair. Anyway, I'm so happy with her now. Having the right body just makes all the difference in the world. And for those of you guys who haven't seen Inez's channel, Don't Worry Reborn Collective, she's posted a couple videos about how changing the body or finding the right body makes a huge difference for just, for the baby, and can be kind of make or break sometimes. So yeah, I would definitely encourage you guys to check that out, and also learn how to assemble your bodies. Assemble a reborn. I'm sure a ton of videos and tutorials on that on YouTube, and even I've done a couple videos too where I've maybe not a couple. I think the one where I did assembled Indy, it's one of my earlier videos. That was a full, like, Indy came to me as a painted kit, so I was fully assembling her. because you guys might, you know, have different preferences for how to weight your babies. And that way, if you get a baby and it's not exactly to what you want, you have the ability to make, you know, some subtle adjustments and, you know, change it out, like whether it's to put a new body on or to add more weight or take weight out, you know. So it's impossible, like we all have different preferences as to how we like our babies. Like, you know, Amanda from Montenegro Babies, I met her at the doll show. She's such a sweetheart. Her Emmy is actually weighted super heavy. I I was like, whoa, she's like as heavy as one of my silicones, maybe even heavier. She might be like 12 pounds. Amanda, my apologies if I'm getting her weight wrong. But yeah, like, you know, it's really amazing though. Like, just, you know, we all have different preferences. As she had asked for the baby to be weighted super heavy, that's just her preference, and others like baby to be, you know, kind of light, on the lighter side. So there's no right or wrong. It's just all personal preference. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna say have baby Natalie say goodnight for now. Yeah, I'm just really happy with this little one, and I gosh, I feel like there's so many babies like in my nursery that haven't been in a video for a while. Like, oh my gosh, I haven't done a video with Millie in ages. Millie is my Olive by Sandy Faber, and I know she's a favorite of a lot of you guys, and I love her too. It's just like, I, you know, she was like, you know, I got her earlier this year, and there's so many other babies I got after her. So, but yeah, I haven't forgotten her. I still love her as much as ever, and she is not for sale. For those of you guys who have messaged me about her. All right. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I am so happy to just be home and not be traveling. Work is completely insane right now. I mean, I am like pulling 12-hour days. Monday I worked until midnight. So, you know, and I work from home, so it's, you know, I'm able to do that, but it's like still just such a grind right now. So anyway, it's so nice to be able to take a little bit of a break and have a little bit of just me time and spend some time with my babies. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I do put out videos about. I try to do daily videos, so if you click the notification bell, you'll get notified when a new video pops up. So, all right, thanks everyone. Have a great night. Bye.